We were talking about the storylines, but Frank Wells, this man, anybody, anywhere, anytime. They call him Chopper because he likes to get in there and chop away at his opponents. His leg kicks are devastating. He has victories with them. You see him right there. This man is nasty. He will throw it at you from any angle. He is a gamer. We have seen him many times. His entire professional career is played out under the CFSC banner, but this may be his toughest test to date. It is our co-main event of the evening, and we will get to it now. The always game Frank Wells takes on the highly touted prospect who struggled at the scales, David Mgoyan.
Yeah, coming in there a little heavy, but here to fight. Here to fight, here to stay.
There he is, David Mgoyan. He's an Arman Tsarukyan protege. He was trained with Arman since he was an amateur. He's just 20 years old. In fact, he celebrated that birthday on June 25th. So just recently turned 20. He's undefeated, 4-0, 3 knockouts, 1 submission. Arman Tsarukyan brought him over to Florida to train at American Top Team. 3 of his 4 stoppages earned in the first round. The other one coming in round 2. A TKO stoppage via cut in his most recent bout. First round TKO stoppage. All those are the good things. The bad thing, 151 pounds. Can't get around it. It's a big miss in the featherweight division.
It is.
5 pounds in addition to the 1 pound allowance. A big, big miss. It is the first time he's missed in his career, but it is a big miss. Fortunately, Frank Wells said, hey, I don't care. I came to fight. I will fight this man.
Yeah, Wells definitely displayed that he didn't care at all. I mean, but Mgoyan, you know, he possesses so much aggressive, fast-paced fighting skills, and he comes in with such accurate striking. So, I mean, I know I kind of want to brush off the weight thing because we've just been talking about it all night, John. You know, these fighters they definitely need to come in here in weight, and I didn't get a chance to talk to him and ask him why, but it would be something that next time when he comes, you know, just ask him what happened.
Well, you need a Russian translator to do that, but...
Well, I will learn Russian. Whatever. I'll learn it.
But, and you're right. I mean, listen, I don't want, you know, as you said, you don't want to harp on it over and over, but it is a significant miss, and you would be remiss if you did not mention it. So, yes. David Mgoyan. Meanwhile, a very familiar face in these parts, Frank Wells, Chopper. His entire professional run is played out under the CFSC banner. He is 5-3, a couple knockouts in there. He was expected to face Anthony Delime in April for an interim featherweight title bout. Unfortunately, injury forced him out of that. He was incredibly disappointed to not get that matchup against Anthony Delime. Now he gets to face David Mgoyan instead. He does have a couple of key losses in the career, but it's to the absolute best in the game. Former CFFC title challenger Chris Vassell, the PFL's Jose Perez, the UFC's Timmy Kwamba, and of course, it would not be a Frank Wells fight if we did not mention that he does hold a 2015 win over Anderson Silva.
I know.
It is not that Anderson Silva, but it is a guy named Anderson Silva. And he actually posted on social media. He found the fight poster in his mom's room, I think, in his old house. It was history in the making.
That was so funny.
Frank Wells deserves all the credit in the world. He did get 50% of opponents first, but he did not balk in the least. He said, this man has not fought anybody yet in his career. I understand he's a highly touted Arman Tsarukyan protege, but he has not fought me, and I don't care if he made weight or not. I'll take him on. It's our co-main event of the evening. Take a look at the tail of the tape. The much younger man in David Mgoyan at 20 years old. The sparkling 4-0 record. The not so sparkling 151 pounds. We will see who proves victorious tonight. Let's take it up to Dr. David Sarnoff.
Tonight, the co-main event is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the CFFC featherweight division. This bout has been brought to us by OnlyFans. Сейчас стоит справа от меня, борчит от синего угла, весит 151 pounds. С профессиональным рекордом, 4 wins and no losses. Борчит за American Top Team от Ростов, Россия, David Mgoyan. Now, standing across the ring, Fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 146 pounds. Professional record, 5 wins, 3 losses. Fighting for the Institute Muay Thai out of Union Beach, New Jersey, Frank Wells. Referee in charge of the action once the bell rings, Vincent Dudley.
I mean, Dr. David Sarnoff breaking out the Russian.
He is. That's why I said I'll learn Russian.
UFC
I will
Fight Pass
absolutely
is the
learn
exclusive
Russian.
home to global powerhouse combat sports organizations like Cage Warriors, Cage Fury, LFA, and many more from each corner of the globe. Sign up today to see the stars of tomorrow before they reach the UFC and access the full history of UFC, Strikeforce, WC, and Pride FC events with the world's largest combat sports library. Head to UFCFightPass.com right now for an offer on 1 year of Fight Pass.
This is a fight where you say, okay, don't blink.
High praise around Mgoyan. They say he is having incredible success down at American Top Team, has blended in very quickly, and is going with the absolute best of them on the mats. Meanwhile, Frank Wells is an anybody, anywhere, anytime kind of guy who has nasty leg kicks just like that.
And Mgoyan definitely shows how snappy and fast he is at getting his legs just up there high, and Wells just has incredible power and speed. This is just a fabulous co-main event. Oh my goodness.
Indeed, a spectacular co-main event. Headliner still to come in the heavyweight division. Right now, Frank Wells, that is why they call him Chopper.
That hurt Mgoyan.
See Mgoyan trying to rush in, close the distance with punches. Frank Wells dealing with that entry. Spins to the outside.
That lower leg kick jeopardized his lead leg.
Frank Wells has absolutely finished opponents with nothing but leg kicks. Muay Thai at his core, but working hard and diligently to be a well-rounded fighter.
Yeah, Wells has even been to Italy, he's been to Thailand, he's been everywhere, and really just trying to perfect his craft, and it really shows and shines in the cage.
Again, took this fight with zero hesitation whatsoever, despite the significant miss. Said, look, I am the best opponent that Mgoyan has faced us yet, and I'm going to prove it. Mgoyan did land nice leg kick of his own there. Well,
good power shot there by Mgoyan.
Tactical battle on the feet here early. There's the entry from Mgoyan. Quick shot there, nice entry.
Good defense there by Wells.
Mgoyan trying to run the pipe there on the single leg, now switches to the double, has the hands clasped, is able to bring Wells to the floor. Wells crawls back to his feet, does expose his back. Will need to break the grip now and prevent any type of full back take. You see Mgoyan stepping over with the left leg. Elevated Wells briefly there, was not able to get him to the ground, just past the halfway mark of round number 1. Oh!
That
sneaky little high kick there from that position.
And just as I was about to say, Wells having a really good base there. That would throw anybody off.
And on the back immediately. Hooks are in. Mgoyan in control right now, threatening from the back. 2 minutes remaining for Frank Wells. Has to be very cautious here.
He looks very calm. He's going to just kind of fight the wrist, doing a good job at getting his arm out. But he's just in a very compromising position.
Fortunately, the hands are low on the body right now, not up around the neck. Frank Wells certainly knows what the threat is in this position. Right now, hands are clasped around the body. A couple of those short punches from Mgoyan.
Now you can see Mgoyan is struggling a little bit with Wells' strength. And Wells is doing a really great job at staying calm and collected, but those heel kicks there.
Yeah, sneaky little heel kicks to the inside thigh there. I thought Wells was trying to say that maybe they caught the cup as well.
It was close. Oh, Wells has got to be careful.
Still a lot of time left, a minute remaining. The left arm is now sneaking to the neck. He pulls it back.
Mgoyan doing a really good job at just locking in that body there and getting.
Wells has got to be careful here again. That left arm now sneaking up around. Wells controlling the wrists.
He's doing a really good job at fighting it.
Trying to turn aside, but look at
Mgoyan.
the quick hip shift there from Mgoyan. And now
Yeah,
unleashing punches. Goes back to the choke attempt.
With 30 seconds left on the clock into the first and final round. Sorry, first round.
Yeah, first round here.
First round.
It is actually scheduled for 3. Not 1, not the final.
My eyeballs are so wide right now. There's so much action and you cannot, like, don't blink, everybody at home.
Wells hanging on here, has to be careful. He's controlling the wrist, understands the threat that he's facing. Mgoyan, look at this, gonna try one last attempt here. Quick with his arms, quick with his hips. Clapper sound there. Final seconds ticking away here in the opening round. And man, a back and forth round, and one that Frank Wells had to survive some difficult positions in over the latter stages of the frame.
You know, when we talk about a jiu-jitsu clinic, that right there was an MMA clinic of defense and countering, and I mean all the things that you could possibly want to see in an MMA fight. You are seeing it in the co-main event.
Indeed, spectacular displays there. And of course, we'll look to see what adjustments are made here after the opening round. We'll also see what the fatigue levels are like. Anytime you see a weight miss, you do wonder, was there something that contributed to it?
Here we're going to see these amazing fast highlights here. We've got Mgoyan getting a really nice takedown of Wells, and Wells doing a really good job. These high kicks, these sneaky high kicks off the back up against the cage. Wells was definitely not expecting that. You're going to see a nice, beautiful transition here. But one thing, I mean, he's got that body lock in and just can rain down punches from any angle. And here we are moving into the second round.
Mgoyan there bouncing lightly on the feet. See if there's any fatigue concern there. Frank Wells, he will want to keep it here as long as possible. Like the strike. Chance of USA supporting Frank Wells.
Mgoyan is definitely respecting the powers that Wells possesses, but he's doing a really good job at just staying just shy of out of range.
Nasty low kick there from Wells early, but he has to be careful with that. If he presents that leg, he knows, oh, stuck up the high kick there. He knows Mgoyan is going to try to grab hold of it.
Yes.
See the fake shot there from Mgoyan. He's feinting the level changes, looking for options. Another nasty low kick there from Wells. Getting big reactions from Mgoyan.
A little bit of some sporadic shots there from Mgoyan, but looking to land and do some damage.
Wells patient on the outside, wants to be on the feet as long as possible. Continues to attack that leg. You see Mgoyan with a huge move back at that one. Although he's still walking forward, throwing shots. Another nasty low kick.
Good takedown by Mgoyan.
Changed levels, immediately drove through. Now he's going to step over for the leg ride, sliding it under, locking up the legs.
It's a really good drive there from Mgoyan.
Frank Wells extracts the left leg. Now he's able to break that grip. He needs to get back to his feet. You see Mgoyan once again kind of scooping the legs up. Wells sitting back to full guard. Controlling the body right now. Mgoyan has the head stuffed. Landing a couple of short punches to the body.
Mgoyan is doing a really good job at turning Wells back up against the cage so he cannot move that much, just kind of compromising his own position there.
Yeah, and you saw Wells looking up, maybe hoping for a stand-up. He's kind of stalling out right here, but
we haven't seen that
doing
all
just
night.
enough. Yeah, Mgoyan doing just enough with the punches. Wells has got to find a way to get back to his feet right now. Oh, nasty elbow there from Mgoyan. You can see Wells trying to get
that butterfly hook in and trying to get something accomplished. But now you've got Mgoyan on your back.
Look at that, stepping on the left leg there. Look at that. Prevented the rise there to be standing on the leg.
Wow.
Beautiful little detail there from Mgoyan. Wells does get back to the feet, though. Digs an underhook, trying to spin to the outside and disengage.
Wells disengages, goes to the center of the cage and wants to strike again exactly where he wants to be. We're definitely going to see a couple more of those lower leg shots.
earned his way back to defeat. Under 2 minutes to go in round number 2. High kick
Oh,
flash
and
on the
Wells
top.
is down.
The right hand dropped him. Mgoyan swarming right now. Dropped Wells.
Wells is covering to recover. The ref is looking really
Big
close to
shots
getting this
coming in.
ended.
David Mgoyan gets the finish. Undefeated. 5-0. 5 finishes. David Mgoyan gets it done with his hands. Respect between the two. Again, Mgoyan does owe Frank Wells a big bit of gratitude for even taking the fight after the big weight miss, but now you see what the hype is about. Now you see why they're talking big things about this man at American Top Team. The Arman Tsarukyan protege, 5-0.
That was incredible.
Great skills there from David Mgoyan. Showed the grappling capabilities. Ultimately got it done with the straight right down the middle. You can see the speed, the athleticism. He showed the power as well.
One thing about
He's
Mgoyan
limping
is,
a little bit right
yeah,
now.
oh well, you would absolutely. He'll be limping tomorrow for sure. But one thing about Mgoyan is the calculated amount of energy expressed throughout the first and second round. Here you're going to see everything just down to the inches. A beautiful takedown here by Mgoyan, just really putting on the pressure on Wells. You can see some nasty little elbows here. The high kick that just missed, and just Mgoyan capitalizes off of the miss here from Wells and just lays on that nasty ground and pound for his 5th straight victory. No defeats, David Mgoyan.
Well, needs to hit the scales probably, but he is an impressive talent, to say the least. Let's take it up to Dr. David Sarnoff and make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout was stopped at 3 minutes and 18 seconds in the second round. Winner by TKO due to strikes, and still undefeated out of the blue corner, David Mgoyan.
Disappointment there from Frank Wells. As we said, he's a gamer. He will fight anybody, but David Mgoyan, he says sign him right now. He's 5-0. Maybe he doesn't even make the short list. Just go right in. 5-0, 5 finishes under the guidance of current UFC #1 lightweight contender Arman Tsarukyan. Not a bad man to have in your corner.
Absolutely not, and just showcasing the